Pittsburgh.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Cunningham. Here comes Cunningham between the defenders. Cunningham. Score! Ethan Cunningham! Hat trick! Game-winning goal! The Ramblers win the 2025 2A Penguins Cup! And Ethan Cunningham is a local hero!
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
As they say in PIHL hockey, let's do that PIHL hockey. Hello, good evening, and welcome back to the RMU Island Sports Center. I'm Matt Popchock inside the Clearview Arena once again for the nightcap of our Week 9 Monday night PIHL Hockey Night Live doubleheader on TenbandTV, presented by the Mount Washington Shop and Save. We switch gears now to Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League's 1A classification, a battle for the top spot pre-Thanksgiving in the Blue Division as the host Moon Tigers in white take on the Quaker Valley Quakers in black. Both teams entered the 2025 playoffs with high expectations. Both teams ran afoul of eventual Penguins Cup champion Avonworth. Both teams have entered this season with high expectations. Both teams, by and large, have lived up to those expectations thus far. Quaker Valley, under Kevin Quinn, celebrating his 30th year as head coach since establishing this program in 1996. They've won 8 of their first 9 for 24 points. Good for the top spot in the Class A Blue Division. The Moon Tigers, coached by Kobe Urig for the 3rd straight season. Urig, a member of the Moon Hockey class of 2013. He's got the Tigers victories in 7 of their first 10 and points in 9 of their first 10, including a league record 19-round shootout loss to North Catholic just a couple of weeks ago on Hockey Fights Cancer Night here on the island. The Tigers, with a regulation win tonight, can leapfrog the Quakers for first place in the Blue Division going into the Thanksgiving holiday. And we'll take a look at the Quakers warming up off to our left. And any conversation about the excellence of this team in the first half of the season should begin and end with QV's leadership group. We'll look at the alternate captains first. Number 4, Max Modrovich, the senior. 8 goals, 17 points, 9 assists, which puts him among the top 5 in assists and points in Class A. Ben McHenry, wearing number 6 and warming up somewhere in the mix off to our left. He's got 8 goals and 17 points as well. He, too, tied with Modrovich for the top 5 in assists and points in PIHL Class A. And on top of that, McHenry made first team all-conference as a defensive back and second team all-conference as a running back for Quaker Valley's football team. And then there's the captain, number 12, Jace Vassbinder. Vassbinder, the all-star senior, 12 goals, putting him tied for second in the goal column in Class A. 18 points in total, putting him in the top 4 in the Class A scoring race. Vassbinder and Modrovic both reached the 100 career point plateau in the same game, a 9-0 win at Indiana back on the 23rd of October. Modrovic, the 10th player in Quaker Valley history to reach the 100-point barrier. Vassbinder became the 11th to reach the 100-point barrier. On the other side, the Moon Tigers have been all about team defense. The Quakers have allowed only 7 goals as a team during their ongoing 6-game winning streak. Moon, as a team, has a goals against average of 2.07. That puts them 7th overall out of the 23 teams in PIHL Class A. They've got Tyler Ziegler, the senior goaltender, starting in the cage tonight, a 4-2 record, 272 goals against average, and 905 save percentage. Ziegler tied for second in individual wins, among the top 10 in save percentage and the top 3 in total minutes played. He's very quick. He's very strong physically. He'll be tough to beat in between the pipes for the Quakers this evening. Offensively, Moon's got to find a way to get number 68 warming up in front of the home bench going. Clayton Foster. He began the season on a 6-game goal streak. Pointless in 4 consecutive games since. He's been a ghost in a number 68 jersey, and the Tigers have to create some chances for him, and he's got to find a way to get off the schneid and back to his old dominant self for the Tigers to have a chance against a Quaker Valley team that looks like they're taking last year's early exit personally through the first 9 games of this regular season. The Tigers are in home whites. Again, the Quaker Valley Quakers are in their road blacks. Kevin Quinn, the longest tenured coach in the PIHL today, presiding over QV. Kobe Yorick said before the game, hope we put on a show for you. We'll see if they can do just that. Take it away, Austin McLean.
9:44 between the visiting Quaker Valley Quakers and your Moon Tigers. At this time, we ask you to please rise as you're able to move your hats and direct your attention to the flags beside the scoreboard for the singing of our national anthem by RMU's Mr. John Tucci.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets rang their double-masting there, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land and of the free and the home Love you all. Have a great night. Have a great holiday, everyone. Thank you very much.
Officially, the mascot of Robert Morris University and the teams that play in this barn is the Colonial. Unofficially, it is that man. Longtime groundskeeper and born-again Christian John Tucci, with the live rendition of our national anthem. And This is a game that seems befitting of a live anthem.
Are you ready?
They say you can tell a lot by the direction a hockey team is headed by where they are at the Thanksgiving break. Well, in the NHL circles, they say that at least. Here in the PIHL, we're just excited to have these two teams finally colliding for the first time since January 19th of 2023. That was a 2-1 Quaker victory at the Barrel Complex. Ian Lorang was a backup to Landon Booterbaugh on that Quaker Valley team. Tonight, he is the starting goaltender opposite Tyler Ziegler as the Quakers move this puck from left to right on your TV, computer, or mobile device to begin this critical game. Foster around Vassbinder up to center for the Tigers for Jordan Reekie. Reekie between Eric Hartman and Clayton Foster on that first line for Moon to begin the contest. Lorang making a loud leg save at the near post moments ago. Tigers try to jam it in from an angle again. That was Hartman. And the Tigers get a bounce and they get a goal. Hit that horn, baby. Great Gurgly Murgly, the captain. Max Gurgly makes it a 1-0 game for Moon. Just 37 seconds in, he shot it. Jordan Reekie may have tipped it. Lorang never saw it. Of that much we're certain. And the home team gets exactly the start they wanted on home ice.
The goal scored by number 46, Max Gregory. Assisted by number 96, Ben Hartman. Time of the goal, 16-20.
Ziegler makes that save on the attempt by Charlie Pyle right between the circles. Officially, it is indeed Gurgly's first career PIHL goal. The senior defenseman and captain with 10 career points coming into tonight in 46 career league outings. 3 assists on the young season, and now he's finally got one in the G column. Gurgly from Hartman officially. Hartman now with 5 points on his junior season as the Quakers move this puck around the perimeter. Vassbinder trying to keep it alive, but Moon gets it back into QV ice. Jack Watson, younger brother of former All-Star D-man Will Watson, playing that puck for the Quakers. Gio Thompson, a breakout star of his own on defense for Moon, playing that puck in his own end. Back to center, Luke Kohler. Cross ice. Kohler paired out here with Watson by Kevin Quinn early in this first period. Moon 4-3 in 1-goal games this season. They're used to playing in tight contests, and we expect this one to be no different. And to wit, getting that first goal, huge for the team in white. David Gallup battling for possession. Gallup with a game-winning goal in last week's hard-fought victory over neighborhood rival Montour. Kohler from the right point answers for the Quakers. It's a 1-1 game with 14:48 to go in the first period. Holy shirts and pants. Luke Kohler, his 7th of the season. And somehow that puck made its way through traffic. A couple of senior defensemen exchanging blows early in this first period for their respective clubs. Kohler and Arctic Fox's AA level product certainly has played a lot of hockey in this building on this particular sheet of ice as Ziegler covers. Ziegler with 17 stops in that win over the Montour Spartans last Monday night. Technically, Moon was the away team in that game as both teams share the Island Sports Center. This the fourth of 4 consecutive games Moon will play in the friendly confines. Logan Reekie trailed by Muldowney. Muldowney unable to keep it away from Kieran Kane. Tristan Bemis having trouble playing this puck as he's forced behind the line by Muldowney. Bemis works it loose in front of those Moon Senior banners as it's whistled wide by Muldowney. Lorang making the save, and we get a whistle. And we get a look at Ian Lorang, the Class A shutout leader, with 3 of those on his senior campaign. Coming off a 20-save victory over the Meadville Bulldogs on the 17th of November. 5-1, tied for first in goalie wins, 167 goals against average, with that ranks 5th at the moment. 929 save percentage, that ranks just outside the top 5. A lot of great goaltenders and a lot of goaltending depth at that in Class A this year. You don't see that every year in Class A. Usually there's more of a gap between the haves and the have-nots at that position, but there's a lot of good individual goaltending going on in the first half of this season at the Class A level. Whartonby near side for Thompson. Thompson between the benches and right to Watson. Jordan Reekie flags it down before he's sandwiched. Foster colliding with McHenry. Reekie trying to flip it to Thompson. Glove down cleverly by Watson. Watson playing that puck illegally to Colin York. Watson, meanwhile, dumped behind the play by Foster, and Foster, I think, took a penalty.
Quaker Valley goal, scored by number 82, Luke Kohler. Assisted by number 9, Stephen Maurer. Time of the goal. Time of the goal, 14:48. That's Kohler from Maurer at 14:48.
And Foster will feel shame for 2 minutes and then get free, holding the indication. QV to the penny power play for the first time tonight. They rank 5th in the 23-team single-A circuit at 39.1%. Moon has been rock solid on the penalty kill this year. They've allowed just 3 power play goals entering Week 9. 88.4%, good for 4th in Class A. Moon with 112 PIMs as a team coming into this week. They're one of the more penalized teams in Class A, and that's not a luxury you can necessarily afford to have when you're playing a team of the Quakers' caliber, as we get a stoppage in play with the net behind Ziegler dislodged. Vaspender against Eckert, and Moon's alternate captain retreats as the Quakers go to work on the man advantage. Kohler from distance. Loud save made there with the blocker by Ziegler, and Kohler and his teammates have to tag up. Brody Eckert knocking him off that puck. Another delayed offside situation against the Quakers. Matias Lazama. Over 30 points last year as a freshman for Kevin Quinn, one of the top first-year players in the PIHL at the varsity level. Tigers get the clear, 5 minutes into a 1-1 game, and midway through this penny power play to Quaker Valley. Vaspender takes the lead pass. Jace Vaspender between the circles, too many Moon sticks in the way, and sending it back to center for the Tigers is Gallup. Kohler knocked off the puck at the left point. Tigers again will clear the zone. Lorang settling it down. Turned it over to Reekie. Lorang to his knees to make that save off the turnover. Under half a minute left on the man advantage. Lazama on the breakout. Lost it to Gallup. Gallup will take some more time off that penalty clock. Watson up to Pyle. Pyle keeps his balance. Near side for Kohler. McHenry over the line. Pyle just barely stayed onside. York into the glove of Tyler Ziegler. Kevin Quinn with some last-minute changes before this puck is dropped. The Tigers control it, and they've killed off the penalty to Foster. So we remain tied early in the first period. Thompson from behind his own cage. Lost it, played in front, but right to Hartman, who set up that goal by Max Gergely in the game's first minute. Officially, the Quaker Valley goal being credited to Kohler from Stefan Maurer, the rookie. Maurer off to a fine start in his first varsity season with 7 points. Hartman gets it deep for Moon. Evan Miller coming on behind the play for the Tigers as the Quakers get it back to the neutral zone. Now Kobe Urig wants a proper line change, as do the Quakers. Brooks Underwood, the freshman dressing tonight for Moon as the 7th defenseman. Kobe Urig electing to go with 11 forwards tonight. Lazama blocked by Underwood and out of play. Underwood, one of those Pittsburgh Predators products that we see many times throughout our PIHL coverage. That very reputable junior hockey program celebrating its silver anniversary this season. Born in the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon. Underwood, who netted his first varsity point in his debut game earlier this year against Hampton, helps the Tigers get that puck deep. Lazama with it now for QV. He leaves it for Pyle. Miller giving chase. Drop past Lazama. Lazama just missing the target. He's got his own rebound. Matthias Lazama to the corner. Out in front it comes. Tigers get sticks and lanes. And Logan Reekie has it for Moon. Reekie drifting to his left. Dropping for Gallup. Gallup shooting on Lorang. Say made rebound. Lorang that save. He doesn't know where this puck is. There it is, son. Skirts and Adams, the USA Hockey crew pulling double duty for our second game tonight. We'll drop it to Lorang's right midway through this first period. Kohler, the Quaker Valley goal scorer, off the boards, intended for York. Good read there by Gergely, who has his first career goal and the only one thus far for the Tigers. Logan Reekie dumps this puck. Foster after it for Moon. Logan Reekie from the left point. Lorang watches it go by to Foster on the half wall. Foster against the grain, playing it to Hartman in the corner. Hartman slips around a check to the point for Gergely. Gergely shooting, it's deflected just wide. Jordan Reekie trying to take away Lorang's eyes, and Foster just got lit up like a Christmas tree. That might have been Kohler making that hit. Hard to tell. Turned over to Gergely. Watson behind his own net. More bodies collide. Foster with his puck for the Tigers. Still on the forecheck. Logan Reekie off a couple of skates. It ricochets all the way to the far boards. And Vastbinder will exhaust the area for the Quakers. McHenry across the line. McHenry staying on side. Tied up by Reekie. Ziegler the save. And he'll play it conservatively. How do you watch PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV? Well, right now you could be watching on Watch. Yes, you heard me right. Log on to watch.tenband.tv and watch multiple live games and on-demand replays at once. Again, that's watch.tenband.tv to watch your favorite PIHL team the way the hockey gods intended. Lazama from center. 22 points for Matthias Lazama, one behind Class A leader Jake Fink of Greensburg-Salem, who we'll see in action next Monday night here on the island. Over the line comes Thompson. Thompson on goal, a save made by Lorang. Rebound played by Maurer. Maurer trying to lead it for Kieran Kane. It'll go for icing against QV with under 7 minutes left in the period. Lozama, the Class A leader in assists with 13 entering tonight. As I said, second in points and top 10 in goals with 9 of those. And he's out here for this defensive zone face-off. Bemis trying to connect with Lozama near side. Sent back in behind the Quaker Valley net. Pyle out for Lozama. Lozama 1 against 3. Lozama taking off the puck by Eckert, but keeps on keeping on to the front of the net. It's played in front to Matthias Lozama. Now drop back to Kohler. Kohler's shot blocked. Chance the other way possibly for Tanner DeSalle. DeSalle from the off wing. That's blocked away by Lorang. Eckert from behind the net. Eckert from an angle couldn't force it through. And the Quakers are content to ice it. Some good transition hockey by both these teams. Both goaltenders trying to dig in their heels and settle things down after a hectic start to this game. Foster with the takeaway. Foster looking for space to the corner for Hartman. Hartman kicked off the puck. McHenry with it at center. Pressured by Logan Reekie. Foster takes it back. Foster around McHenry. Foster with speed. Trying to get around Watson. Good stick by the ladder. Hartman with it for Moon in the corner. Played out in front to Reekie. Reekie's backhander under the glove hand of Ian Lorang. Hartman to the rebound. And getting knocked down in the corner was Jordan Reekie. Logan, Jordan's brother, playing it inside the Quaker Valley line before it's sent back to the Moon stripe by McHenry. Vassbinder finishing his check before he comes off for a line change. Muldowney, his pass intercepted. Kieran Kane with it for the Quakers. Good stick by Logan Reekie. Shot, oh, what a stretching save there by Ziegler to deny Maurer. Cross ice pass, Kane was open. Gurgley had other plans. Both these teams looking to contend in Class A this season, and certainly it feels like a playoff game early on. It's got that kind of pace to it as the Quakers play this puck at center. Gurgley inadvertently into the home bench. Everybody appears to be all right. Gallup wins the draw to the corner for Thompson. Thompson over 2 lines intended for Eckert. That's cut out calmly by Charles D'Antonio. And the senior will get it up to Max Modrovic. Modrovic to Lozama. Lozama, Modrovic, saved by Ziegler! And the rebound somehow stays out of there! Ziggy, Ziggy, Ziggy. Oi, oi, oi. Tyler Ziegler going full extension to keep this game tied. Lorang making that save from an angle on Gallup. DeSalle looking for a loose puck. He's too well tied up. Lizama with some fancy moves brings it back to center. Lizama over the attacking line for QV. Finally stick checked by Thompson. DeSalle trying to get it past Pyle. He'll get some support from Thompson. And Moon will take their chances with the icing call. Gurgley to Foster. Jordan Reekie trying to find a path up the right wing. Colin York getting in front of him. Reekie still has this puck for the Tigers. Unable to locate it was Phil Palladino, the freshman. Vassbinder up to center. Logan Reekie cuts him off, and the Quakers are offside. Moon wins another face-off. Logan Reekie, the alternate captain, surveying the scene. Finds Jordan. Jordan puts it behind the Quakers' net. Kohler around the boards, right to Max Gurgley. Logan Reekie once again paired out here with the Moon captain, Gurgley. Gurgley unable to advance it past McHenry. McHenry unable to get a step on Palladino. Final 2 minutes of the first period. That two-line pass too strong for Foster, and it deflects out of play. Max DiPietro. And the Tigers will get this puck deep into Quaker Valley ice. Quakers quickly up to center. Maurer over the line, draw pass, shot over the hands of Ziegler. Kieran Kane missing the bar. Up to center it comes. Underwood with it. Underwood with a trailer, DiPietro. Underwood unable to get around Bemis, who gave up the body to break up the play. Kane takes the hip check there from LJ DeFilippo. DeFilippo had that big goal on Hockey Fights Cancer Night late in regulation before the marathon shootout.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute.
Ryan Muldowney up to DiPietro. The muckers and grinders out here for Coach Kobe Urig late in the period. Evan Miller near side. Underwood with it with Quaker Valley in the middle of a change. Underwood and DiPietro offside with 43 ticks to talk. Brody Eckert plays it inside the Quaker Valley line. Quakers get it up to center for Pyle. Lead pass to Lizama, who's run over by Thompson. Ziegler way off his line to play that puck, and the gamble pays off. Under half a minute left in the period. Watson deep in his own zone. Eli Eager, the fourth line winger, bearing down on him, but the Quakers get it up to Modrovic. Modrovic with 15 to go, dropping it for Lizama. He couldn't take the pass. Kohler with a takeaway, but he throws it behind Watson. That's a break for Moon. Pyle under pressure from Eckert with 5 seconds left. Kohler to Pyle. Pyle, oh, what a break up there. A good read by Poeta as Ziegler makes one more save at the buzzer. One of the highest scoring teams and one of the best defensive teams in Class A, battling for first place before Turkey Day. Quakers won, Tigers won. Matt Popchock here for PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by the Mount Washington Shop and Save.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
The Mount Washington Shop and Save is a proud sponsor of PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV. Check out the ad on your screen during any broadcast this season for the latest deals on everything the Mount Washington Shop and Save has to offer. Whatever you need, store managers Jim and Michelle Kazarowski will make sure you find it at the Mount Washington Shop and Save. And special thanks to the Kazarowskis, Jim and Michelle, for their continued support of regional hockey coverage on TenbandTV. The side switch has occurred. We're back to action here on the island inside the RMU Island Sports Center's Clearview Arena. Quaker Valley Quakers won, Moon Tigers won in PIHL Class A Blue. Moon captain Max Gergely scoring early. Luke Kohler following for the Quakers, as you saw Jordan Reekie strike iron above the head of Ian Lorang a moment ago. Quakers out shooting the Tigers 7-4 in period one, and Tyler Ziegler making some impressive saves to keep this game deadlocked. Quaker Valley, the second highest scoring team in 1A, entering Monday with 57 goals as a team. They've averaged 7.8 during their ongoing win streak. Moon able to hold them to just the one in those first 17 minutes. Quakers defensively ranking fourth as a team, entering Monday with just 13 goals allowed by that same token. So we talk about Moon being such a responsible defensive team. Quaker Valley, don't overlook them. Defense has been very critical to their early season success with injuries and fall sports commitments, guys popping in and out of the lineup here and there. It hasn't disrupted team chemistry at all. Modrovic finding metal, but not mesh. In his defense, Ziegler may have gotten a piece of it. Lazama working it backward to Bemis. His shot denied by Tyler Ziegler, and the Tigers will ice it. Both coaches making changes before this face-off to Ziegler's left. Max DiPietro is going to take it for the Tigers. Modrovic wins it for the Quakers and forces a save at the far post by Ziegler. Bemis from his own blue line. Up to center for Modrovic, now for Pyle. Pyle from the high slot. That blocker save made. Modrovic trying to flag down the rebound. Ziegler with the active goalie stick, and the Tigers will clear it up into the stands. And we get a temporary souvenir with 2:40 off the second period clock.
For $5, and there is a $10 if you want to walk away tonight with some cold hard cash, make sure you play.
This faceoff comes to the corner. Kane in after it for the Quakers. Hunter Kronk getting involved physically. LJ DeFilippo with it up the right wing for Moon. DeFilippo stopped by Bemis. There's a check by Muldowney on Maurer as it's played up to the Moon line. Underwood for DeFilippo. DeFilippo pinned against the boards by Maurer. Kane retreating now for the Quakers. DeFilippo from the corner. It comes now to Peyton Whartonby, who has to backpedal with Kronk gaining possession for QV. No icing, says this USA hockey crew. Underwood losing an edge, but still able to get that puck to DeFilippo. Muldowney chasing it down to the Tiger bench. Sent deep by DiPietro. Moon changing on the fly. Maurer, his outlet pass interrupted by Hartman. Hartman, left wing for the Tigers. Forces the save by Lorang. Hartman to the rebound. Jordan Reekie to Clay Foster. Foster reaching for that puck, lost his stick in the process. Quakers 3 men strong. Charlie Johnson dropping for Vassbinder, trying to anyway. Vassbinder couldn't take the pass. Vassbinder with it now for QV. Vassbinder off balance. Good pressure there by Logan Reekie. Takes down Vassbinder in the process. Play continues. Foster turning it over to Kohler. And that floater is gloved down by Ziegler. He hurries it along to Gurgley. Foster unable to control that puck. He gets involved with Vassbinder as it comes around to the opposite side for Hartman. Reekie in pursuit, but Watson's going to get there first. Jordan Reekie to the corner. Brody Eckert with possession. In behind the net for Jordan Reekie. To Thompson from the hash mark. Lorang that save. Watson unable to clear. Good keep by Thompson. Thompson trying to center it for Eckert. Kohler messing with his mojo. Quaker fans wanted a too many men call as the Tigers were trying to complete the change. None forthcoming. Watson in the corner. Reekie in pursuit, trying to cut off Vassbinder. Reekie holds him off with one hand and plays this puck for the Tigers. Kohler in front of his own bench is run into from behind by Eckert. Gallup. Well, both teams playing a physical game here tonight. Gallup across the line. 1 against 3. That shot blocked easily by Kohler. Palladino from the corner. In behind the net it comes to Gallup. Palladino to Thompson. Thompson tees it up. Lorang the save, and Gallup couldn't control the rebound. Oh, if Gallup can just turn that puck to his forehand, it's 2-1 Tigers. I don't doubt that for a minute. Rookie Ben Poeta. Coming off his first career goal last Monday night. Has to get back on defense now with Modrovic driving the cage. Modrovic missing upstairs as he had Ziegler down but not out. Ziegler making that save, and he'll pin it up against those white pads. Thompson now getting involved with Max Modrovic, the PIHL All-Star of 2025 after the whistle. All 3 of QV's 25-26 captains were in this building for last year's PIHL All-Star event. And we'll be back in here for that event again in late January, we presume. Bemis keeps it inside the line, or does he? The men in stripes beg to differ. 10 before the ice cut. Still a 1-1 game. PIHL over the line for Quaker Valley. Lizama backing up the play. From the boards, he lets it go. Ziegler the stick save. Gurgley with the rebound. But he can't get it out. In the corner, Modrovic. Modrovic out in front, lost it. Swiped aside by Gallup. Bemis just barely able to keep it onside, but for how much longer? Nifty play there by Riki, and Logan Riki gets it up to the man ahead of the play for Moon. That was Brody Eckert, forcing a big save there at the far side of the net by Ian Lorang. Gurgley missing the target. Gallup to the rebound. Tigers trying to catch the Quakers napping in transition. Eckert with it at the side of the net. Off of Lorang's pad, still available. Eckert on the doorstep. I'll take that, thank you very much, says Mr. Lorang. A makeshift third line out here for Moon head coach Kobe Urick in a tie game. 9 minutes remaining in the second period. Quakers play to center. Kieran Kane offside. This face-off bounds right to LJ DeFilippo. DeFilippo skating wide into the glove hand of Lorang, and we'll get another stoppage. DiPietro wins it cleanly to the boards. Eli Eager trying to jam it through the legs of Lorang, but he would have none of it. So we do it again from the same spot. And this time the Quakers control the puck. Kane up to center for McHenry. McHenry met by Underwood. Kane lost that at his feet. Here comes DeFilippo for Moon. DeFilippo from the edge of the circle. That shot deflected from behind. A good trail check there by Jack Watson. Midway through the second period. It comes up to Vassbinder. Vassbinder from long range off of Tyler Ziegler's blocker hand. Kane with a takeaway. Underwood giving chase. And it's played to the corner again by Brooks Underwood. DiPietro unable to feed Eager. McHenry with the takeaway. Vassbinder from an angle. That's off the glass. And it rolls all the way back through center. Watson, too strong for Vassbinder. And this will be icing on the Quakers. How do you watch PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV? Well, right now you could be watching on Watch. Yes, you heard me correctly. Log on to watch.tenband.tv and watch multiple live games and on-demand replays at once. Again, that's watch.tenband.tv to watch your favorite PIHL team the way the hockey gods intended. Thompson off the boards. Gallup trying to take Cooler out of the play. Zama with his back to the action is able to get that puck up to PIHL. Charlie PIHL from the off wing just missing to the far post. Lizama on the rebound. Poeta around the boards. Tanner DeSalle anticipating, but gave it away to Watson. Tigers again getting sticks in lanes. There hasn't been much out there offensively for Quaker Valley. Give Moon credit. But the Quakers keep coming. Lizama side of the net. Oh, what a pass to PIHL! And Ziegler says, That ought to be worth a steak dinner or at least a salad with a lot of French fries in it. Tyler Ziegler with some big-time saves in this game, and we remain tied at 1 with 7 minutes till the ice cut. Logan Reekie through the D. On goal, Lorang, the stick save there. Jordan Reekie to the rebound. Up top for Hartman. Near side, Gurgley. Around the net for Foster. Foster from center point now. Foster looking for space. Foster shooting. That save made through traffic by Ian Lorang. Well, Foster doing everything he can to snap that goal-scoring drought. 6-game goal streak to start his regular season. He's stuck on 8, though, at the moment, which still leads the Moon Tigers. One more than David Gallup, 7, but has not had one in 4 consecutive games. Jordan Reekie denied by Lorang, who will freeze it. Gallup to the point for Logan Reekie. And Reekie just barely keeps it onside. That puck is still live. Gallup gets the memo, but it's gloved down by Kohler. And the Quakers try to mount a counterattack. McHenry harassed by Eckert every step of the way, but he has this puck. Threw it behind Kane. Gallup in transition for Moon. DeSalle stays onside. DeSalle goes to the net, but too many black jerseys in the way. Vassbinder, 1-on-2. Jace Vassbinder, poke check by Reekie. Backing up the play is Kane. Gallup off a skate. Slap shot over the blocker hand of Ziegler. McHenry to the rebound. Watson forcing the stick save by Ziegler. Shot through a crowd. Vassbinder looking for a deflection. Moon will take the icing call. Modrovic tied up in the circle by Jordan Reekie. Modrovic shoots wide. He put some English on that one, and he put it off the glass behind Ziegler, the Moon netminder. Hit up high on Jordan Reekie. That's going to be a penalty. Ziegler heads off for the extra man. Foster shooting. That's deflected over top the net. The Quakers touch it, and the Tigers will get their first penny power play of the night with under 5 minutes to go in the second period of a 1-1 contest. Tigers, middle of the road on power play conversion rate at this point, 25.9%, 11th in the 23-team single-A circuit. Quaker Valley, just 1 power play goal allowed this season. They have the #1 penalty kill in Class A at 95% even. Tigers would love to somehow find a chink in that armor if they possibly can. With time ticking away in this period, Reekie unable to beat Lorang through the screen. Foster starts to break out on the penny power play for Moon. Foster up the right wing. Foster from an angle. Foster to the point for Thompson. Thompson around Lizama. Good stick by Kohler. Lizama will clear it. Vassbinder pressing shorthanded. Vassbender has scored 3 times in that fashion this season. Quaker Valley is a team with 5 shorties this year, the most in the PIHL, regardless of classification. Foster through a crowd. Lorang barely moved a muscle, and he was able to come up with that puck. Just about midway through the Penny power play. Tristan Bemis, the guilty party, roughing the official word. Gurgley to Muldowney, up to Gurgley. Gurgley cross ice Eckert. That puck hit something on its way to the alternate captain. Sent up the boards, not quite out. Gurgley to Gallup. Gallup, the shot. Lorang, the save. And there is no rebound. Both teams unofficially with 15 shots on goal late in this second period. Neither goaltender in any mood to budge. Gurgley to Underwood. Underwood right into the glove of Lorang. Ho-hum. Another face-off in QV territory. Tigers win it to the boards. Logan Ricci up to Foster. Chance now shorthanded for Lazama. Lazama through the left circle to the goal. And it's kept out by Ziegler. For a heartbeat, I thought it might have gone in and out. We quickly got the no-goal call from this USA Hockey crew. Somehow Ziegler kept the 5-hole closed. Ricci to Foster. Logan Ricci unable to keep it in, and the Quakers have killed it. Teams back to full strength, and we remain tied with 2:45 till the ice cut. Foster up to center. Foster to Thompson. Thompson taken to the boards by Kohler, but Jordan Ricci has it. Hartman wants it. Out in front, he tries to go to Hartman. Hartman couldn't shoot it cleanly. That puck had too many things on the way to its intended target. Watson retreating late in the period. Home run pass right on the tape of Lazama. Lazama in front. Vassbender! Captain's gotta teach stuff! The Quakers take the 2-1 lead. Jace Vassbender, lucky 13. And how the Quakers kept that stretch pass on side, I have no idea. Now, this Quaker Valley team has the talent that, if you're not careful, their transition game can smoke you like a bad cigar, as a much wiser broadcaster once said. And QV has their first lead of the night, trying to hang on to first place as they take on these feisty Tigers in this Class A Blue Division battle. Vassbender's shot from the left side, blocked by Gurgley. Cross ice to McHenry. McHenry out in front. Ziegler read it well. Quakers thirsty for more late in the period. And their work rate, as time has ticked down in this period, has been impressive. Gallup going to goal as that puck is fired off Lorang. Brody Eckert trying to make something happen for his team. Modrovic up the right side. Modrovic around Underwood. Out in front, one-timer put wide by D'Antonio. He'd like to have that one back. Kohler from center red. Cross ice for Lozama. Lozama firing into the glove hand of Tyler Ziegler. Just under 42 ticks to talk in this second period. Officially, it's Vastbinder from Lozama and Watson. So Lozama now ties Jake Fink of Greensburg-Salem unofficially for the Class A scoring lead with that assist. Under half a minute left before we cut the ice here at the Clearview Arena. Hartman powering ahead. Watson has it defensively for QV. Jordan Ricci interrupting the outlet pass. PIHL moving forward. Shouldered up high by Foster. 8 seconds to go. Kept in by Kohler. Kohler to York. He lost it. Hartman with 2 seconds to spare. And now we will cut the ice at the RMU Island Sports Center. And we've got a hockey game, as we imagined we would at this juncture. Jace Vastbinder, the Quaker Valley captain, has put his team ahead 2-1 over the Moon Tigers as the Quakers look to hold off the Tigers for first place in their division before the Thanksgiving break. I'm Matt Popchock, and we've got one heck of a third period coming your way in a bit on PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by the Mount Washington Shop and Save.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Save at the near post moments ago. Tigers try to jam it in from an angle again. That was Hartman. And the Tigers get a bounce, and they get a goal. Ziegler makes that save on the possession. Gallup with a game-winning goal in last week's hard-fought victory over neighborhood rival Montour. Kohler from the right point. And Binder against Eckert. And Moon's alternate captain retreats as the Quakers go to work on the man advantage. Kohler from distance. Loud save made there with the near side for Kohler. McHenry over the line. PIHL just barely stayed onside. York into the glove of Lozama with it now for QV. He leads it for PIHL. Miller giving chase. Draw past Lozama. Lozama just missing the target. Foster against the grain, playing it to Hartman in the corner. Hartman slips around a check to the point for Gergely. Gergely shooting, it's deflected just wide. Lozama taken off the puck by Eckert, but keeps on keeping on to the front of the net. It's played in front to Matthias Lozama. Now drop back to Kohler. Kohler shot blocked. Chance the other way. Kieran Kane with it for the Quakers. Good stick by Logan Ricci. Shot. Oh, what a stretching save. And the senior will get it up to Max Modrovic. Modrovic to Lozama. Lozama. Modrovic. Saved by Ziegler. And the rebound somehow stays out of it. It hasn't disrupted team chemistry at all. Modrovic finding metal, but not mesh by Ziegler. Bemis from his own blue line. Up to center for Modrovic. Now for PIHL. PIHL from the high slot. That blocker save made. Palladino to Thompson. Thompson tees it up. Lorang the save. And Gallup coming off his first career goal last Monday night. Has to get back on defense now with Modrovic driving the cage. Modrovic missing upstairs. But onside, but for how much longer? Nifty play there by Ricci, and Logan Ricci gets it up to the man ahead of the play for Moon. That was Brody Eckert forcing a big. Lozama with his back to the action is able to get that puck up to PIHL. Charlie PIHL from the off wing just missing to the far post. There hasn't been much out there offensively for Quaker Valley. Give Moon credit. But the Quakers keep coming. Lizama side of the net. Oh, what a pass to Pyle! Foster from center point now. Foster looking for space. Foster shooting. That save made through traffic by the Moon Tigers. One more than David Gallup, 7, but has not had one in 4 consecutive games. Jordan Reiki denied by Modrovic, tied up in the circle by Jordan Reiki. Modrovic shoots wide. Logan Reiki up to Foster. Chance now shorthanded for Lizama. Lizama through the left circle to the goal. And it's kept out by Ziegler. Home run pass right on the tape of Lizama. Lizama in front. Vassbender! Captain's gotta teach stuff. And their work rate, as time has ticked down in this period, has been impressive. Gallup going to goal as that puck is fired off Lorang. Kohler from center red. Cross ice for Lizama. Lizama firing into the glove hand of Tyler Ziegler.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Gonna get up, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair. Pass Cunningham. Here comes Cunningham between the defenders. Cunningham. Score! Ethan Cunningham! Hat trick! Game-winning goal! The Ramblers win the 2025 2A Penguins Cup! And Ethan Cunningham is a local hero!
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Gonna get up, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Hewitt creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. We utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace. How can I help?
Would preventative care and screenings be an option?
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest cost on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Gonna get up, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair. Pass Cunningham. Here comes Cunningham between the defenders. Cunningham. Score! Ethan Cunningham! Hat trick! Game-winning goal! The Ramblers win the 2025 2A Penguins Cup! And Ethan Cunningham is a local hero!
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices, located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart. Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
The Mount Washington Shop and Save is a proud sponsor of the 2025-2026 season of PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV. Check out the ad on your screen during any of our broadcasts this season for the latest, greatest deals on everything the Mount Washington Shop and Save has to offer. Whatever you need, store managers Jim and Michelle Kazarowski will make sure you find it at the Mount Washington Shop and Save. And special thanks to Jim and Michelle for their continued support of regional hockey coverage on TenbandTV. Week 9 getting underway with style. A couple of exciting contests here on the island in our Monday night doubleheader of PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by the Mount Washington Shop and Save. We'll be back here next Monday night as well to see Hampton visit Montour, and North Hills entertain Greensburg-Salem in further Class A action. Hampton winners earlier tonight. Montour taking on North Catholic on the North Catholic Sports Network. If you log on to watch.tenband.tv, you can check out that one while you're checking out the ending of this one. Matt Popchock with you on the press row of the Clearview Arena, looking out over the freshly cut ice here at the RMU Island Sports Center. Quaker Valley Quakers 2, Moon Tigers 1. The Quakers trying to extend their winning streak to 7 games and hold off the Tigers, who can leap into first place with a win over QV. Montour, we're just told by Austin McLean on public address, defeating North Catholic 3-2. So the Talbots and Spartans will meet next week here on the island, both coming off victories tonight. Jace Vastbinder has extended his goal streak to 7 games. He's got the Quakers ahead 2-1, and he wins his team the opening third period faceoff. Second period shots, 12-10 in favor of Moon. Game totals, Quaker Valley 18, Tigers 16. Moon, no stranger, as we said, to playing in these tight games, but it's the Quakers with the upper hand as Ziegler makes that stick save with one of the Quakers in front. That was Kohler, who had the game-tying goal early in period 1. Max Gergely, the Moon captain, set up by Eric Hartman for Gergely's first career PIHL goal just 37 seconds in. Since then, the Tigers have had nary an answer for Ian Lorang. Lorang trying to take the Class A lead and claim victory number 6 individually tonight in the Quaker Valley goal. Vastbinder to center. McHenry couldn't get there before Logan Reiki. Reiki over the attacking line, fires off the protective netting behind Lorang. Well, next, the Tigers will visit Blackhawk at Brady's Run on December the 4th before returning right back here for 2 more before the holiday break. The Tigers have already hit, in terms of games played, the midpoint of their 25-26 regular season, surpassing that midpoint with tonight's game. It's game number 11 for Moon on the year. For Quaker Valley, this is their midpoint as they play game number 10. They've won 8 of their first 9. Cannon McMillan, a newcomer to Class A in 25-26, handing the Quakers their only defeat thus far. Pyle couldn't get around Gergely. Gergely grabbing Pyle's stick in frustration. Modrovic unable to play it out in front. He's knocked off balance by the Moon captain. Eckert tying up Modrovic on the half wall in front. It comes off the stick of Pyle. DeSalle turned it over to Watson. Watson's shot blocked. Modrovic with the rebound. Modrovic missing the net. Logan Reiki takes the rebound in stride for Moon. Reiki of the Tigers toward goal. Reiki shooting from an angle. That save made. The rebound comes behind the Quaker net. DeSalle jamming away, unable to put it on target. Underwood for Reiki. Quakers completing a line change. Kohler and Watson, the defensive pairing out here for Kevin Quinn. And we get a stoppage. Just 2:40 into the third period. And what's the story here? Too many men. And indeed it is too many men. The Tigers catch a break, and they get their second penny power play of the night. Maurer, the freshman, will serve the penalty. Moon wins the faceoff. Foster to Logan Reiki. Reiki waiting and watching. Reiki fires his puck on goal, and Lorang has it somewhere in his equipment. Tigers win another one. Thompson left side. Through a crowd. Lorang the save, the rebound, put toward goal by Hartman. Not sure what that hit, but it stayed out. And QV sends it the length of the ice. Moon 0 for 1 on the Penny power play tonight. Quakers still just the one power play goal allowed all season to this point. Riki with a fake. Cross ice. Score! Chris Cross Applesauce. And now it's 2 power play goals allowed. A 2-2 game thanks to Gio Thompson. His 5th of the season and 3rd of the PP variety. Some good east to west work by Moon on special teams, and Lorang just couldn't get over in the nick of time. And we've got a new hockey game with 13:37 to go in the third. So the oopsie daisy on the QV bench comes back to haunt them as the Tigers dump this puck, and they're guilty of icing.
Scored by number 74, Gio Thompson. Assisted by number 46, Max Garagui.
And don't look now, but Gergely's got a multi-point game.
13:37.
That may be a career first for him as well.
Thompson from Garagui at 13:37, a power play goal.
Lizama against Gallup for this face-off in Moon territory. Quakers control it. Watson tries to release it quickly from the left point. Modrovic with it. Modrovic between the eyes, and a blocker save made by Ziegler, trying to make himself big. Out in front it comes, and Ziegler sprawling out in front of that crease, will cover it up. You're not going to see a Kevin Quinn coach team fold like a cheap tent when something bad happens. Quakers go right back to work. And that's one thing that's impressed me about them throughout this game is their work rate. Watson for Modrovic. Modrovic on goal, Ziegler the save. And one thing I think that doomed Quaker Valley in that playoff game against the Lopes last year is, I think on some level they may have taken for granted that they could just out-talent their opponent, and I don't think they were quite ready for the work rate that Avonworth brought in that playoff game and throughout that playoff run, and maybe a tough lesson that some of these players have learned coming into this season, the way the Quakers have played this important game here for playoff positioning tonight. Lizama on the counterattack for QV. Lizama from the high slot, just missing the net. Lizama to Modrovic. Modrovic fires Ziegler. You can hear that save from the golf complex. Modrovic in the corner. Quakers again on that relentless forecheck. Kohler! Thank you, sir. May I have another? QV just wouldn't go away. Matthias Lizama gets the deflection, and he gets goal number 10 of the season to restore the Quakers' lead. I'll say it again, 2 words, work rate. The Quakers absolutely outworked Moon for that goal, and you got to give him credit. Bemis to Maurer. Maurer, the tall freshman, exchanging with Bemis. Underwood reversing the play. Both these teams with only 1 regulation loss this season. Tigers looking to avoid that pitfall and continue to stack points at minimum as They trail by a goal once again. Underwood and his team going back to work, but it's turned over, and this shot is right into the outstretched hand of Tyler Ziegler vis-a-vis Tristan Bemis. And officially it is Lizama from Kohler. So Matthias Lizama is your new unofficial scoring leader in PIHL Class A with that goal. Kohler with a multi-point night. He's got 16 points so far this season. Vassbinder. Good gap there by Gallup. Lead pass for DeSalle. DeSalle above the circle. Save made by Lorang. Rebound to Gallup. Eckert behind the net. Let it go to Vassbinder. Kane plays it up to McHenry. Overtaken by Eckert. D'Antonio chasing it down for Quaker Valley. Gallup tied up by Bemis. Gurgley in the neutral zone. Cross ice for Logan Reekie. Eckert playing it out in front. DeSalle unable to redirect. That was right on his tape, too. I don't think DeSalle was ready to accept that pass. Mainly because I don't think he saw it coming. Neither did we. Quakers changing on the fly. Gurgley outletting for Logan Reekie. Foster offside. Final 10 minutes of regulation. Lead pass to Pyle. Pyle behind the defense. Pyle to the goal. Score! Charlie Pyle makes it 4-2 Quaker Valley, and why don't you make yourself a dang quesadilla? Pyle, second of the season, and a critical extender with 9:50 remaining. And that's the second time we've seen the Quakers tonight score with their transition game. Turnover to Modrovic, who misses upstairs, and it goes out of action.
Quaker Valley goal scored by number 67, Charlie Pyle. Assisted by number 82, Luke Kohler. Time of the goal, 8:50.
Make it a three-point night for Kohler.
It's Pyle from Kohler at 9:50.
Lizama wins this faceoff for QV. And you get the feeling the Quakers now are going for the kill shot. Pyle with it out in front. The net behind, Ziegler dislodged in a most egregious manner. So we'll stop play and drop this puck in Tiger territory. Gallup in on goal. Lorang not taking any chances. And you go back to that Moon power play goal by Thompson. Again, a rare power play goal yielded by Quaker Valley. And you'd think that will be such a shot in the arm for the Tigers, but a minute 26 later, Lizama gets that tip in, and it was just like the pin pricking the balloon, so to speak. And both times tonight, Moon has landed a punch. The Quakers have landed a counter punch. Kohler scoring quickly in the first period as well after Moon had taken an early lead. And a penalty coming up on the Quakers, so perhaps the Tigers get a lifeline with exactly 9 minutes to go in period 3. And so Moon will try to really suspend disbelief and get the Quakers to cough up 2 power play goals in one night. They'll have to. Down by a deuce. Riki to the corner. Up by Watson, but not out. Foster pressured immediately by Lazama. Hartman behind the net.
Quaker Valley veteran number 93, Kieran Kane, 2 minutes for roughing.
Roughing the indication against Kane, the QV junior.
Kane for Quaker Valley.
Kohler with a steal. And getting it the rest of the way is Lazama. Midway through the third period, Foster up the left wing. Met by Lazama. Riki checked up top by Modrovic. Thompson with it once again. Thompson from his knees plays it in front, and the Tigers do get a second power play goal. It's Jordan Riki, and it's a 1-goal game all over again. Get your popcorn ready. Quakers 4, Tigers 3, 8:17 left. Tic-tac-toe passing by Moon on special teams. And an easy goal there right in front for
Scored by number 79,
Jordan Riki.
Assisted by number 74, Gio Thompson. Time of the goal, 8:17.
Lorang, that save. Score! Moon 4, Quaker Valley 4, and David Gallup could kick a cow kitty corner to Cal Casca. He smashes in the rebound as Ian Lorang looks for the number of the vehicle that's hit him. What a turn of events here on the island. The Quakers get the go-ahead goal. They get the breakaway goal by PIHL. And moments ago, it seemed they were looking for the knockout punch. And now the Tigers have tied it at 4. Here comes Modrovic. Would you believe 5-4 Quakers? Well, you do now. Max Modrovic in a game with violent momentum swings makes it 5-4 Quaker Valley. What is happening here in the Clearview Arena? Whartonby trying to chase down this puck.
Assisted by number 46, Max Kirkgaley. Time of the goal, 8:03. Gallup from Kirkgaley at 8:03. Oh, power. Quaker Valley goal was scored by number 4, Max Modrovic. Assisted by number 67.
We'll wait for Austin McLean to get it all sorted out as the teams battle on here. And all that work the Tigers did undone in the blink of an eye by Max Modrovic, but Hartman has it. Foster shooting save made by Lorang, and the rebound is cleared out of there. Oh, the Tigers in vain were battling for that puck, but Vastbinder wasn't having it. Lazama centering for PIHL. PIHL wide of the crease. Fire wagon hockey here at the RMU Island Sports Center between the top 2 teams in the Class A Blue Division. Stretch pass comes right to Underwood of Moon. Trying to play that one for the Tigers is Evan Miller. He gets it up to DeFilippo. DeFilippo over the line. Trying to connect with Max DiPietro. DeFilippo taken out of the play. Muldowney going to work on Bemis behind the net. Bemis pins him up against the corner. DiPietro from an angle. That save made by Lorang. And Kieran Kane takes matters into his own hands. Kane like a bolt of lightning over that attacking line. Taken up high by Underwood, penalty coming up. The Quakers are going to the penny power play as Lorang hurries off for the extra man, and it's Modrovic. Kohler near side, and it's turned over to Muldowney with 5:41 left in regulation. 3 goals by 2 teams in 26 seconds. And even that doesn't do this third period justice. Officially, Riki on the power play, Jordan Riki that is, from Thompson. 14 seconds later, Gallup from Gurgley, who now has 3 points on his night. And then 12 seconds after that, Modrovic, right off the ensuing faceoff, set up by Charlie Pyle, who has a multi-point night. Watson, his shot handcuffing Ziegler, but Ziegler hung in there. Holding the call against Underwood, the Moon rookie. Critical penny power play for the Quaker Valley Quakers. Even if they don't score, they just got to keep the puck deep and take time away for the Tigers to mount another comeback. Modrovic with it in the corner. Out in front, Lazama! Right into the stomach of Tyler Ziegler. McHenry going against Gallup. McHenry wins it. To the point it comes for Kohler. Watson peeling back. Ben Poeta in a penalty-killing role for the Tigers late in the game. Modrovic upstairs to Kohler. Near side Watson. Midway through the penny power play. Long rebound given up by Ziegler, but it's sent to the point. Quakers back to work. Modrovic from the half wall to Kohler. Max Modrovic again to the corner. Lazama turning around, shooting, and is it a goal? We've seen no official word. The net was dislodged. The Quakers think they've scored, and it's waved off. Kevin Quinn does not emote much, but this time visibly indignant. The Quakers arguing that Ziegler pushed the net off on his own accord. Now, however you interpret that one, Watson makes it a moot point. It's 6-4, and these pretzels are making me thirsty. Once again, the Quakers have the lead, and they have insurance. Time now the enemy of the Tigers as Jack Watson converts for his second goal of the season, both of the power play variety.
Quaker Valley goal scored by number 17, Jack Watson. Assisted by number 6, Ben McHenry.
Hartman behind the net. Foster out in front. It's knocked around. Hartman keeps it alive. Goes to the point for Gurgley. Gurgley toward goal. Played in front. It's still bouncing around and right to Watson, who sends it off the glass. Kept alive by Gurgley. Jordan Riki behind the net for Hartman. Foster battling in the corner. Riki with it again for the Tigers. Hartman to the point. Gurgley cross ice. That a little too strong for Logan Riki. Logan recovers to make that play. Foster sends it off the far boards. Kohler gave it away right to Foster. Backhand try on goal. Lorang the save. Riki's shot blocked. Quakers still unable to clear it. Good forecheck here by the Tigers. in response to the 6th Quaker Valley goal as it goes out of action with 3:10 remaining. Both coaches making wholesale changes. Officially, it's Watson from McHenry to make it 6-4 QV. Moon was down 4-2. They rallied at the drop of a hat to tie it at 4 before Max Modrovich immediately untied it on a breakaway. And Jack Watson extending the lead moments ago on the penny power play. Lazama for PIHL. PIHL to the corner. Penalty coming up again against the Tigers. And this time, the Quakers won't be able to deploy the extra skater, but they will be skating 5-on-4. And again, you talk about the work ethic of this Quaker Valley team. They've brought themselves to a level that the Tigers are just having a tough time matching right now. Kobe Urig arguing the call on the Moon bench. And whatever explanation he got, I can tell it wasn't good enough. Gio Thompson to feel shame for 2 minutes and then get free, tripping the call. And the Quakers get another. It's Watson. 7-4 Quaker Valley, and mercy does not exist in this dojo, Mr. Lawrence. Jack Watson with his 2nd consecutive goal on the penny power play. He's now got 3 power play goals this season. 6 points in all on special teams out of his 9 total unofficially. And what a weapon he's become for Kevin Quinn. Foster over the line, shooting off Watson. Foster out in front. Jordan Reekie unable to tee it up. Logan Reekie puts it wide. Foster at the side of the net. Does he bang it in? No, he does not. Foster thinks he scored. So do his teammates. Lorang had control of that puck, officials say. Now, Foster just can't buy himself a goal right now. And that play sums it up nicely. Tyler Ziegler coming off with 2:15 to go for the extra man. And Kevin Quinn is going to call his timeout. We'll take one as well, with the Quakers trying to finish this one off and extend that winning streak and hang on to first place in the Class A Blue Division. More to come from the island on TenbandTV.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, Shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Well, on a night of eyebrow raisers and head turners and head spinners and all kinds of action in this third period, what more do we have left? An empty net goal, perhaps? The Quakers just missing the vacant net down to our right with 2 minutes to go. As a gentle reminder, it was 2-1 Quakers after 2. The teams combining for 8 third-period goals, and 2 of the top defensive teams in PIHL Class A at that. Just a wild, wild finish to this one, but the Quakers evidently going to prevail and widen that lead to 5 points over the Tigers for that top spot in Class A Blue. PIHL with it. 1:15 remaining. The Quakers just trying to kill clock here, not really pressing for the ENG. Gallop over the attacking line as the Tigers continue to play 6 against 5. Logan Reiki from center.
1 minute remaining in the period.
Near side Thompson. Thompson with an important power play goal in this period, what feels like 8 months ago. Logan Reiki near side. Moon with 2 goals in a 14-second span to tie the game as Matias Lazama will escort this puck into the empty net with half a minute to play. That'll be his second. And you can turn out the lights. The party's over here in Neville Township. A 6-goal third period for the Quaker Valley Quakers. Their 18 third period goals coming into this week were the most in Class A. They've increased that total by 33% already. Lorang with one more save, 18 ticks to talk. Quaker Valley going to 9-1 overall as they enter the Thanksgiving holiday. Moon goes into the Thanksgiving holiday 6-2-1-2 overall. Quaker Valley 27 points, Moon 22. So the standings will remain the same. Quaker Valley 1, Tigers 2. Next up for the Quakers, they'll head to the War Memorial on December 2nd to visit Richland, Cambria. The Rams looking for their first victory of the year. And that's it, Fort Pitt. The Quaker Valley student section on their feet.
Final score, Quaker Valley, 8-4.
Hockey hugs for Ian Lorang. Nothing about this one was easy, but he does pick up that Class A best 6th win of the season as the Quakers defeat the Moon Tigers here at the RMU Island Sports Center by a final score of 8-4. Thank you, Ethan Stewart. Thank you, Kennedy Kazarowski. Thank you, Michael Lyman and the Four Seasons. Thank you, Austin McLean. Thank you, Todd Kazarowski back at World Headquarters. Thank you, Kobe Urig and Moon Hockey Association for your cooperation, and thank you for watching and listening. Again, we will be back here for PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV next Monday night for Hampton at Montour at 7:15, followed by Greensburg-Salem at North Hills at 9:15. And before we sign off, we want to say once again congratulations to our Pittsburgh Riverhounds on their USL Championship victory. And if Coach Urig is still watching this sometime later, I'm sure he wouldn't want to end the broadcast any other way. I'm Matt Popchock, and that's all she wrote from the island. Again, QV takes this one 8-4 from Moon. And we'll see you right back here next Monday night for more PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by the Mount Washington Shop and Save.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Save at the near post moments ago. Tigers try to jam it in from an angle again. That was Hartman. And the Tigers get a bounce, and they get a goal. Hit. Ziegler makes that save on the possession. Gallup with a game-winning goal in last week's hard-fought victory over neighborhood rival Montour. Kohler from the right point. And Binder against Eckert. And Moon's alternate captain retreats as the Quakers go to work on the man advantage. Kohler from distance. Loud save made there with the near side for Kohler. McHenry over the line. PIHL just barely stayed onside. York into the glove of Lozama with it now for QV. He leaves it for PIHL. Miller giving chase. Drop past Lozama. Lozama just missing the target. Foster against the grain, playing it to Hartman in the corner. Hartman slips around a check to the point for Gurgley. Gurgley shooting, it's deflected just wide. Lozama taken off the puck by Eckert, but keeps on keeping on to the front of the net. It's played in front to Matthias Lozama. Now drop back to Kohler. Kohler shot blocked. Chance the other way. Kieran Kane with it for the Quakers. Good stick by Logan Reekie. Shot. Oh, what a stretching save. And the senior will get it up to Max Modrovic. Modrovic to Lozama. Lozama. Modrovic. Saved by Ziegler. And the rebound somehow stays out of it. It hasn't disrupted team chemistry at all. Modrovic finding metal, but not mesh by Ziegler. Bemis from his own blue line. Up to center for Modrovic. Now for PIHL. PIHL from the high slot. That blocker save made. Palladino to Thompson. Thompson tees it up. Lorang the save. And Gallup coming off his first career goal last Monday night. Has to get back on defense now with Modrovic driving the cage. Modrovic missing upstairs. But onside, but for how much longer? Nifty play there by Reekie, and Logan Reekie gets it up to the man ahead of the play for Moon. That was Brody Eckert forcing a big. Lozama with his back to the action is able to get that puck up to PIHL. Charlie PIHL from the off wing just missing to the far post. There hasn't been much out there offensively for Quaker Valley. Give Moon credit. But the Quakers keep coming. Lozama side of the net. Oh, what a pass to PIHL! Foster from center point now. Foster looking for space. Foster shooting. That save made through traffic by the Moon Tigers. One more than David Gallup, 7, but has not had one in 4 consecutive games. Jordan Reekie denied by Modrovic, tied up in the circle by Jordan Reekie. Modrovic shoots wide. Logan Reekie up to Foster. Chance now shorthanded for Lozama. Lozama through the left circle to the goal. And it's kept out by Ziegler. Home run pass right on the tape of Lozama. Lozama in front. Vastbender! Captain's gotta teach stuff. And their work rate, as time has ticked down in this period, has been impressive. Gallup going to goal as that puck is fired off Lorang. Kohler from center red. Cross ice for Lozama. Lozama firing into the glove hand of Tyler Ziegler. To this point, Reekie with a fake. Cross ice. Score! Quakers control it. Watson tries to release it quickly from the left point. Modrovic with it. Modrovic between the eyes and a blocker save made by Ziegler. Lozama on the counterattack for QV. Lozama from the high slot just missing the net. Modrovic in the corner. Quakers again on that relentless forecheck. Kohler! Thank you, sir. May I have it? As they trail by a goal once again. Underwood and his team going back to work, but it's turned over, and this shot is right into the outstretch. Eckert playing it out in front. DeZell unable to redirect. That one. Final 10 minutes of regulation. Lead pass to Pile. Pile behind the defense. Pile to the goal. Score! Riki checked up top by Modrovic. Thompson with it once again. Thompson from his knees plays it in front, and the Tigers! Riki.
Number 74, Gio Thompson. Time of the goal, 8:17.
Lorraine, that save. Score! They were looking for the knockout punch, and now the Tigers have 2-4. Here comes Modrovic! And all that work the Tigers did undone in the blink of an eye by Max Modrovic, but Hartman has it. Foster shooting save made by Lorang, and the rebound is clear. Work. Modrovic from the half wall to Cooler. Max Modrovic again to the corner. Lazama turning around, shooting, and is it a goal? We've seen Noah then off on his own accord. Now, however you interpret that one, Watson makes it a moot point and tripping the call. And the Quakers get another. Foster out in front. Jordan Riki unable to tee it up. Logan Riki puts it wide. Foster at the side of the net. Does he bang it in? Moon with 2 goals in a 14-second span to tie the game as Matias Lazama will escort this puck into the empty net with half a minute as the Quakers defeat the Moon Tigers here at the RMU Island Sports Center by a final score of 8-4. Thank you.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.